In the small, isolated town of Ravenswood, a chilling tale began to circulate among the residents. Whispers of an otherworldly presence echoed through the narrow alleyways and shadowy corners, leaving an uneasy feeling in the hearts of those who heard it. The story revolved around a mysterious woman who had recently arrived in town, captivating the attention of everyone she encountered. The woman, known as Evelyn, was a mesmerizing beauty with long, flowing black hair and piercing blue eyes that seemed to see into the depths of one's soul. Her arrival had been shrouded in mystery, as no one could recall seeing her before that fateful day when she appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Some said she was an angel sent to bring peace to the troubled town, while others whispered that she was something far more sinister. As the days passed, strange occurrences began to unfold. People reported bizarre dreams of a dark figure lurking in the shadows, whispering malevolent secrets into their ears. Others claimed to have seen spectral visions of a woman with ethereal wings, but her eyes glowed with an ominous red hue. The once quaint and welcoming atmosphere of Ravenswood was now tainted with an unsettling energy. Local resident, Sarah Turner, a skeptical journalist, decided to investigate the mysterious happenings surrounding Evelyn. Intrigued by the tales circulating the town, Sarah delved into the history of Ravenswood, searching for any clues that might reveal the truth behind the enigmatic woman's origins. Her investigation led her to a dusty archive filled with old newspapers and forgotten stories. Sarah discovered a century-old legend that spoke of a demonic entity that could take on the appearance of a beautiful woman to lure unsuspecting souls into its clutches. The legend warned of a curse that had befallen Ravenswood, a curse that brought forth a demon in the guise of an angel every 100 years. The demon fed on the fear and despair of the townspeople, growing stronger with each passing day. As Sarah unraveled the dark history of Ravenswood, she couldn't shake the feeling that Evelyn was connected to the curse. Determined to expose the truth, Sarah set out to confront the mysterious woman. She found Evelyn in the town square, surrounded by a group of mesmerized townsfolk who hung on her every word. "Sarah," Evelyn greeted with an unnerving smile, her voice like honey dripping with malice. "I've been expecting you." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine but stood her ground. She questioned Evelyn about the town's dark history and the curse that plagued Ravenswood. As the conversation unfolded, Evelyn's demeanor shifted from charming to sinister. Her eyes glowed with an unholy light, and her once angelic facade cracked to reveal a monstrous visage. "You think you can stop me, Sarah?" Evelyn hissed, her wings transforming into leathery, bat-like appendages. "I'm not bound by your feeble attempts to uncover the truth. I am the embodiment of your darkest fears, the nightmare that has haunted Ravenswood for centuries." Sarah, undeterred, pulled out a small vial containing a mysterious liquid she had acquired during her investigation. She recited an incantation, causing the liquid to glow with a protective light. The townsfolk watched in horror as Evelyn recoiled, unable to bear the radiance emanating from the vial. "You cannot banish me, mortal," Evelyn snarled, her angelic facade completely shattered. "Ravenswood belongs to me." With a burst of otherworldly energy, Evelyn vanished into the darkness, leaving behind a shaken and terrified town. The curse that had plagued Ravenswood for centuries seemed to lift, and the eerie atmosphere that had enveloped the town began to dissipate. As the sun rose on a new day, the townspeople tried to forget the nightmare that had gripped their home. Yet, the memory of Evelyn lingered like a haunting specter, a reminder that sometimes, behind the guise of an angel, a far more sinister force may be lurking in the shadows, waiting to unleash its malevolence upon the unsuspecting souls of those who dare to cross its path. In the weeks that followed, Ravenswood attempted to return to normalcy, but an uneasy tension lingered in the air. The townspeople couldn't shake the feeling that something dark still lurked in the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment to strike again. Sarah, haunted by her encounter with Evelyn, delved deeper into the arcane mysteries surrounding the curse. She sought guidance from the town's elderly librarian, a repository of forgotten knowledge. The old woman revealed that the curse had been momentarily thwarted, but its roots ran deep, entwined with the very fabric of Ravenswood's history. Determined to break the curse once and for all, Sarah and a small group of brave individuals embarked on a perilous journey. Armed with ancient texts and relics, they traced the origins of the demonic entity that had plagued their town for generations. The trail led them to an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of Ravenswood, a place whispered about in hushed tones for centuries. As the group ventured into the decaying mansion, the air grew heavy with malevolence. Unearthly whispers echoed through the dilapidated halls, and shadows danced menacingly on the walls. They discovered a hidden chamber deep within the mansion, adorned with symbols of dark rituals and ancient incantations. In the center of the room, a grotesque altar stood, covered in dried blood and surrounded by candles flickering with an unnatural flame. It became apparent that the curse was not merely a random occurrence, but a result of a sinister pact made long ago by the town's ancestors. They had traded their souls for prosperity, unwittingly condemning future generations to the demonic entity's insatiable hunger. As the group began to unravel the intricacies of the curse, the very foundations of the mansion seemed to rebel against their intrusion. The walls groaned, and the air became suffused with a palpable malevolence. The demonic force, sensing the threat to its existence, manifested before them. Evelyn, or what remained of her, stood at the center of the room, her once alluring features twisted into a grotesque mockery of beauty. The demonic entity spoke through her, its voice a guttural symphony of despair and malevolence. "You cannot escape your fate," it hissed, the walls closing in on the group. "Ravenswood is forever bound to me." Undeterred, Sarah brandished the vial containing the protective liquid. The group recited ancient incantations, attempting to weaken the demonic force that clung to Evelyn's form. The battle between light and darkness raged within the haunted mansion, the very essence of Ravenswood hanging in the balance. In a blinding burst of celestial light, the demonic entity was expelled from Evelyn's vessel. The mansion trembled as if relieved of an ancient burden. The curse that had tormented Ravenswood for centuries lifted, and a sense of liberation swept through the town. As the group emerged from the mansion, the first rays of dawn painted the horizon. Ravenswood, once shrouded in darkness, now basked in the warm embrace of the morning light. The townspeople, unaware of the supernatural struggle that had taken place, felt an inexplicable sense of relief and renewal. Sarah, weary but triumphant, watched as the townspeople went about their day, blissfully ignorant of the horrors that had unfolded in their midst. The curse had been broken, but the scars of the supernatural battle remained etched in her memory. She couldn't help but wonder if the shadows would ever fully release their hold on Ravenswood, or if, in the quiet corners of the town, remnants of the curse still lingered, waiting for an opportunity to claw their way back into the light. Months passed, and Ravenswood slowly recovered from the dark chapter that had plagued its history. The townspeople resumed their daily lives, and the memories of the supernatural ordeal began to fade. Sarah, however, couldn't shake the feeling that the shadows held secrets yet to be revealed. One evening, as Sarah walked through the quiet streets, she noticed an old beggar sitting near the town square. His eyes gleamed with an otherworldly wisdom that seemed out of place for a man of his apparent station. Intrigued, Sarah approached him cautiously. "You've done well to break the curse, but the shadows are persistent," the beggar spoke in a voice that resonated with an eerie resonance. "Ravenswood is forever entwined with the supernatural, and its fate is a delicate balance." Sarah, sensing there was more to be uncovered, pressed the beggar for answers. He revealed himself as a guardian of ancient knowledge, a keeper of the town's darkest secrets. He explained that while the curse had been momentarily banished, the demonic force was not entirely vanquished. "The entity is resilient, and its influence lingers," the beggar warned. "It seeks an opportunity to return, and only vigilance can keep it at bay. The town must remain vigilant, for the shadows are patient, and the curse may yet find a way to reclaim what was lost." Sarah, now burdened with the responsibility of protecting Ravenswood, delved deeper into the arcane arts. She sought out allies among those who were attuned to the supernatural, forming a secret society dedicated to safeguarding the town from the lingering malevolence that lurked in the shadows. As the society conducted rituals and incantations to strengthen the town's mystical defenses, Ravenswood became a beacon of resilience against the encroaching darkness. The townspeople, unaware of the ongoing battle waged in the shadows, continued their lives with a newfound sense of security. However, the beggar's words proved prophetic. One fateful night, a cryptic symbol appeared on the outskirts of Ravenswood, signaling the potential resurgence of the demonic force. Sarah and her society immediately sprang into action, their knowledge and expertise tested against the relentless entity that sought to reclaim its hold on the town. The battle between light and darkness escalated once again, as Ravenswood teetered on the brink of a supernatural abyss. The townspeople, oblivious to the unfolding struggle, went about their lives, blissfully ignorant of the ancient forces that shaped their destiny. The outcome of this new confrontation remained uncertain, and as the secret society confronted the malevolent entity, they understood that the fight against the supernatural forces would be an eternal struggle. Ravenswood, it seemed, was destined to dance on the delicate edge between light and darkness, and the true nature of its fate would forever remain shrouded in mystery.
Like, subscribe and click on notifications that will allow you to stay up to date with the news and not miss videos from the channel, where there will be many more horror stories.